It's halfway through the day. Mrs. Jazza's keeping me company. You can see the top of her head, but that's about it. And I've been working away at these mini documentaries, and I've scheduled when they're going to come out. So starting next Wednesday, they're going to be releasing one at a time each consecutive Wednesday. So the first one is behind the scenes of the Tale Teller. The second one is the history or the evolution of animation. And then the third is the rise of independent animation. And they're each going to be between 20 to 25 minutes. So they're pretty hefty pieces of content. But I've finished the raw cuts, so they're about that long already. And now it's just all coming down to refinement, B-roll, music. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do on this today. I'll send off some copies for review for one of the guys that works at Screen Australia. In the meantime, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be spending time judging challenges and competitions. So the 21 Draw with Jazza, the hashtag 21 Draw with Jazza competition with 3 books to give away. I'm gonna look at all that and judge those and pick a few winners. And then also obviously sink my teeth into the yearly animation challenge. There are over 450 entries. It's going to be a lot of work to review all of these. In the meantime, the postman has arrived, and I think I know what it is. Good, how are you?
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yeah. What's in the mystery box? Ooh, will I tell you or will I not? All right, I've made a decision. I was actually not going to tell you and show you what is in this box, but I've decided that I will. This is where you guys get the updates and latest news on what's happening on my channel before anyone else does, so I thought let's include you in on the process. Well, this box, ladies and gentlemen, isn't just a box, it's Project Campervan. Those of you who might have been around a little longer know that I've been referring to something in the works called Project Campervan for some time, because I haven't wanted to reveal what my little secret plan is. And I'm going to tell you what it is right now. You ready? Let's unbox this thing. I am way too excited about this. Are you ready? You ready to find out what the big secret's been that I've literally given you no clue as to what it is? You ready? You ready? Project Campervan is virtual reality. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the HTC Vive, developed with HTC and Valve, and it is a virtual reality room scale experience. I've been excited about virtual reality for a long time, but it's only recently that I really have realized how big of an impact virtual reality, and especially the room scale interactive VR experience, is going to have on art and animation. And I really want to be at the forefront of this and explore this as much as I can with you guys and see where it's going to go and where we can take it. So like this has been in the works for some time. I've actually been contacting HTC and Valve and tried to get a developer kit, and that's what this is. And fortunately, we actually got a response from none other than Gabe Newell himself, who sent us a product code. I'm not even kidding you. We were trying to get through to someone, and it was difficult to start a conversation and find who to talk to. And in the end, at a whim, I just tried emailing Gabe Newell, Gabe fucking Newell, and he sent us a product code. So I honestly wouldn't recommend just emailing Gabe Newell and asking for a free Vive, because that's not really how it was justified. At the end of the day, it's a marketing pitch that we made to essentially say, we have an audience, we can make some awesome content with the Vive and share the experience and help people understand that it's a great platform and blah blah blah. So it was a business contact, and he got back to us and sent us this. So as a result, shortly, I'll be making virtual reality art content. I intend maybe once or twice a month to have a virtual reality art video. maybe some tutorials, maybe just some exciting speed paintings, and maybe even some challenges. But I think starting to incorporate the height of technology in the channel is going to be a really exciting place to take everything, as well as keeping everything entertaining and fun as we have in the competitions. Nothing major will change, except we're just going to be adding and making things cooler. So I'm sure you're sick of hearing me talk. I'll just open this up and give you a bit of a preview. We won't do a proper full-on unboxing, but I figure I'll just show you the basics. So this is the Vive headset. Oh, I can't believe I actually have one of these in my hands. Oh my god! This is awesome! Yep, so the lenses are nice and safely covered up in there. Lots of cords. These are the handheld remote controls, motion controls. And then we have the lighthouse bricks here. So a couple of quick things right off the bat. The content won't be coming out anytime immediately. Realistically, I won't actually even be able to set up and use this until about 2 to 3 weeks from now. And that's just before my international trip and then a trip to Sydney. So in reality, regular content won't actually start happening until mid-November at the earliest, probably more realistically December then onwards. So yeah, that's essentially my content rollout schedule as far as this is concerned. But that being said, I'm also expecting to do a review and first impressions video, hopefully before my overseas trip, or maybe I'll release it while I'm overseas. So you'll see something early November, but yeah, as far as having it solidly set up and things like that, yeah. I also want to stream with this, but that again is something to come in the future. So this is very exciting and very cool, and I'm really excited to share that with you now. But it's all very exciting, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Definitely want to start painting in tilt brush and things like that with the HTC Vive. I can't believe I have one of these things. Ah! I'm super excited because I feel like a lot of people have been playing with VR art as a game. A couple of people have made some impressive art with it, but I really want to be a part of and start seeing art be a real focus, a real push with this technology. Of course, gaming is a huge thing, and the interactive experiences and engineering and medicine and their architecture, there are possibilities with so many different things that VR will have a huge impact on. But as far as art and animation is concerned, I think the ability to be in front of like the virtual reality art you create is going to be incredible. I actually used this sort of thing, this setup, when I was visiting the Game Grumps in LA last year, and it was astounding. I barely used it, I just used a bit of the Portal demo, but that was the confirmation to me that VR is real, it's a thing, and it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, no doubt about it, it's going to be huge, but we're in the early stages of it, and I believe that this phase of virtual reality is the equivalent of like the brick mobile phone, you know? It's going to be maybe 3 to 5 years until we get to mass consumption being the normality of virtual reality, but we're in that transitional phase now, and it's very exciting. And I've been obsessing over this stuff. Like I've been stalking the forums, the Vive forums on Reddit for months. Like just what's the word? Not posting or anything, but lurking. And just reading, like refreshing what's top every day and just reading through all the articles and stuff. So this has been a big thing for me, and I'm really excited to jump into this with you. I've talked a lot. I need to get back to work because I have a lot of stuff to get through. So super quick explanation as to why I called Virtual Reality Project Camper Van. You ready? This is genius. You ready? A camper van is often known as a recreational vehicle. RV for short. RV backwards is VR. I thought that was pretty clever. Clever enough to be obscure enough to never be figured out. But there's a connection. It all makes sense now. I don't know how I'm supposed to do any work now. I just have this box in the corner of the room taunting me, you evil temptress! I have to do like a Jumanji and just like bury it somewhere so it doesn't haunt me. It's just gonna be calling out my name while I'm trying to focus on other stuff. Okay, so I have the Silly Walk Challenge animations all done now, and I hope to God I've got all of them, but I have done my absolute best, and I think that they're all here. This chunk on the left is the open category, and then the chunk on the right is the beginner category. And now it's up to me to view and edit this 3.5 hour chunk of Silly Walk cycles into a reasonable view time and synced to music. A lot of these are looped walk cycles that the video file goes for about a minute, and in most cases they'll be cut to maybe show about 6 to 10 seconds. So hopefully it'll be a much more viewable size. But yeah, there's a lot of reviewing and editing to do to make this work, but I'm excited to check them all out. I've finished cutting down and syncing the open category entries, and I'm really enjoying how it's coming about. It's so cool. Like, the work people have done and the creativity is amazing. So I still have yet to cut down and sync the beginner category, but you can see that when the open category was obviously even much bigger than the beginner category, it's ended up, after editing, being cut down to slightly under 10 minutes with music synced. And this is sort of what a few sections looks like. I am absolutely blown away and finding it extremely difficult to judge them, as you might imagine. Anyway, I'm going to leave this and finish this off tomorrow because there's a few other miscellaneous things I have to do. Wrap up with the question of the day. This is from Georgiadis. I'm sorry if I ruined your name, as I usually do. What's your best drawing? Do you have one? By the way, you are the best. Thank you. To be completely honest, I don't have a best drawing, and I tend to just not really think like that, because I feel like if I have a best drawing, then I put pressure on myself to have my next drawing be better than that. And that could be a good way to go about it, but I also think that gets a lot of people stuck, like they're not improving or getting better because they haven't done something better than that special drawing that they did once, you know? To be honest, I try and make every drawing I do the best that I can when I'm working on it, but with no expectations of it being my best, you know, almost with no expectations, so that as a result, by the end of it, when I'm finished, I'm nearly always pleasantly surprised, which is why I always say I'm really happy with how that turned out, because I am genuinely just like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I didn't expect that to happen. So yeah, I tend to not really have best drawings. Even the Tale Teller, which took a long time to make and blah, blah, blah. Whenever I finish a project, I tend to move on from it and just try and make something else as good as I can. So, don't know if that answered your question, but it's the best I got. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.